welcome after quite lengthy problems with getting back on live. We're here again to continue our Manchester United save as we head just looking for our first game, which is going to be against Brentford. We're going to aim to at least get the August games done for this one. So obviously we've got the Carabao Cup against Lincoln. And Brentford, Wolves and Brighton going to be very interesting games because they will sort of like set out the stall for what we're going to do for this season. So let's get to the game and see how our tactic is going to work with regards to this new season. Turns out I've been talking away with my microphone muted, so I apologise for that. Not the greatest of starts. We have fallen behind already. We are attacking away from home. Maybe that is the issue. But to be honest, once I'm behind, I'm more inclined to go with all-out attack rather than try and bring things back a little bit more defensive. So, Cunha is brought through Sesko. Ooh. Bruno Fernandes with the corner, swings it in. Malacia. Cunha. Malacia, Bruno Fernandes, Sesko, absolute dolly of a chance, and somehow he's managed to miss it. Bruno Fernandes with the corner. It's a pretty exciting moment, so we're constantly on the attack. Harry Maguire was lurking then, but nowhere near where the ball was. Yeah, so what? I don't know what's been going on. I was trying to set up the stream, just couldn't get it to set up in the simple way that I normally do on OBS. It just kept throwing up an error code, wouldn't let me do it. Had to get my genius of a son to come and help me. And when he did, he came and did something, finally got it working for me. I've still got a few gremlins going on, which I tried to call him back down to see if he could sort out for me. Who's got injured here? Nelson's got injured, so we could be about to see them take a player off. I don't think he's been taken off yet. Has he? Yes. No, he hasn't. So, yeah. So I've still got a few gremlins going on, and hopefully he will be able to solve those issues for me when he gets a minute. But that was why I put my microphone on mute, just to shout him down, and then forgot to unmute it again, hence the long silence at the start of the video. But never mind. Never mind. We're up and running now, and losing. Oh, I thought Sesko had finally found the target. He's had a lot of chances in this first half, and none of them have been particularly impressive. That was definitely the closest one, but Brentford could easily go 2-0 up here, and this is looking worryingly like real life. Can't tell me that this game is not realistic. It's a good cross in. Sesko is hanging around. I That was some sort of overhead kick from Cunha. I think that would have been what it looked like if I'd have attempted it. Casemiro to Malacia. Great ball in. Mbuemo, oh, the missing sitter after sitter here. I am not impressed with them. Terrible so far. Sort it out. Do we want to make any subs? Let's have a look. Harry Maguire's staying on. It wasn't really his fault, although he has got a 6.5, so he may be coming out on. And Benjamin Sesko's going to have to improve. So, individuals. Let's say to Sesko. Where are you? Up here. Not happy with your performance today. Start second half. Let's see if that convinces Sesko that he wants to be a little bit more dynamic in his attacking endeavours. So we would like the ball at some point in this second half. We're not getting it, are we? But we've got an injury. Fortunately, it's in one position where we've got an abundance of players. So that's not the end of the world. But Dorgu will come on. I think Dorgu's probably the best player for that position. But Malacia would be better as a wing back than Dorgu. But we are playing as a fullback at the moment, so perhaps Dorgu should have started in the first place. So Carvajal scored a goal against us. Nelson's still going, even though he picked up the knock earlier on. Oh, my word, this is now getting a bit ridiculous. We'll go to positive, and we're going to make some changes shortly, because we can't keep going as we are. This is not working out how we wanted it. Let's make some changes, an hour in. So we're going to push these forward. Deep line playmaker and box to box midfielder. Fred can come on for Casemiro. So weird seeing Fred's name in there. But I mean, this has been disgraceful so far. Bruno Fernandes, Cunha. Maguire's flick on. Oh, and Mbuemo can't miss. Yes! Get in there. So this is the first match of any significance, and I was hoping we could at least get a draw out of it away to Brentford. I mean, let's face it, on the real life game, that would be something of an improvement. It was a good flick on from Harry Maguire. Mbuemo set himself up and slots home. And we'll take that every day in a week. So Henderson. Oh no, I thought they were going to do it. I thought they were going to do it. I really, really did. Sesko wins a header. Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Cunha picks it up again. Ball cross from Cunha. Dorgu. Fred. Ugarte. Oh, Ugarte went for goal. I was expecting him to lay it across, but he didn't. Mbuemo with the corner. Maguire's lurking, but he's lost out on the header to Rico Henry, I think it was. And the end of that highlight. Time is fast running out now. Will we be able to get a winner? To be honest, I'd take a draw at this stage. I thought we were going to lose straight away. That would not have been a great start. We've got to recognise where we are with this team, building a tactic. Ugarte. Oh, forced a great save from Kelleher. So, from the corner, Bruno Fernandes with it. Maguire, free header. Oh, Harry Maguire. It was his moment. Damsgaard to Carval. Can't say his name. Cavalio. The match will be over by the time I've worked his name out. Fred. See, that's an easier name. What are we? 78 minutes. We're going to make some changes now, and hopefully there will be changes that put fear into the heart of this Brentford side. The players off the park. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Sesko's offside. Slots it home. Wait for the flag. It's got to come. It's got to come. It's not going to come. We've got a goal. I don't believe it. I was convinced he was offside. Mazraoui wins a ball back. Bruno Fernandes in acres of space. He looked offside to me. Does this still have VAR to go through? I don't know. Yeah, it's going to show us a tight offside. Oh man, that is tight as well. I would have said it was offside, but I'll take that. 2-1. So now we need to start thinking about shoring up this defence. So they can come back as deep defensive midfielders. Do we bring anybody on? I want to give this youngster a go for the last 10 minutes. Sesko's got his goal. We'll put a bit of pace on that side. And we've got Diallo as well for Mbuemo. And so what we want to do, I think, is defend a little bit deeper. Go for a mid block. Not always advisable to do this. And run a defence because we've got fast players on there now. And so we're effectively playing counter attack. We're still on a positive mentality. I still want us to be pushing forward a little bit. But, for the last 10 minutes, we do want to make sure that they don't get any opportunities. They have a corner. Thiago's won it off. The keeper really flapped at that then. That was not an impressive piece of goalkeeping. We're going to have to keep our eye on that. Absolutely. So, Coyote. Beginning to get a little bit nervous now. What are we? 88. Let's move to cautious. Oh, Aldo. Carvajal's away again. Lehmans makes a save. It's another corner. 8 minutes. How can we have 8 minutes? They've got to get him out. Get him out. Come on, out, out. Well done, Lehmans. Lemons. Damsgaard. Another good ball in. And another good save. But this is getting desperate now. We've got to try and stem this tide. Right, I did that then. Delete. Oh, I've got no more subs. What? I think it's 5. Ah, because he was injured, we've used all our subs. Ugarte, you're going to be a centre back. And these two are going to be wing backs. Because we are hanging on by a thread. This is not going well. Oh, I'm too nervous for this one. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. My goodness, this is getting so close. We just need to see it over the line, and we've got our first win under our belt. But as you can see, we're inviting pressure on now because all of our players are back. Easy for the keeper. That's it. Take your time. I suppose we should really be doing that. hoofs the ball forward. We have only one little guy up front. He's pretty quick, but he was never going to win that. Back comes the danger. And there's the goal. We knew it was coming. We've gone too defensive. And now, what do we do? Do we stick or do we twist? I think we just go back to the original tactics. Yes, I don't know what I'm agreeing to there. Or, where's my tactics? Right, so put them two back up there. Then three across the middle. Put Bruno there. And that'll do. So, Brentford, if anybody are going to win this game now, it's almost written in the stars that they break the hearts of their new manager at Manchester United, Stevie C. He's a very emotional guy. So we don't want that to happen, but at the moment, it does look a realistic possibility. Thiago, he looks a good player in real life. I've got to say that they replaced their players really well, Brentford. I thought they were going to struggle this season when they started selling all the players, but my goodness, they looked good against United. So we got a 2-2 draw. Not ideal, but away from home, not the end of the world. But look at the stats. I mean, to be honest, this is a little bit because I changed tactics and I invited so much pressure on that. Probably skewed the match stats a little bit, but we should have won that game. Probably give the manager a little bit of blame for going too defensive, but it's not the end of the world. I think if we can get a couple of wins in the next two games, then I think we'd still be sitting pretty with 7 points off the first three games. It describes Manchester United. So Chido Obi is the youth player. He's already getting a little bit of a run out. I think Xerxes would have been a bit miffed at not getting a chance there. So we need to put Dorgu into that position. And Shaw's injured, so we can't put him in. We'll go for Ethan Williams for now, because Ethan Williams is capable, but he's not great. So certainly we're only likely to use him if we need to rest somebody or if there's an injury. I wouldn't have imagined him being the first guy off the bench. But that may be famous last words. So I'm one for saying that you better do well at home as we go for Wolves. Still a little bit unsure on the effectiveness of this tactic because of the messing around that we did in the last match. The one thing I'd say is the first hour we didn't do very well at all. So we're going to have to do a lot better this time. Bruno Fernandes with the free kick, and that was Dorgu. I wasn't expecting him to be the goal scorer, but it was a clever little free kick. Bruno Fernandes, look at that, wasn't even looking, and then just slotted it to Dorgu, who took one touch and slotted it home. We'll take that for a start. Like I say, this is where the season really begins to take shape, doesn't it? You're at home, you've got to set out your stall for the season. This is the foundation for everything that's going to come in the future. And Sesko, I think he's offside, but it would be nice for Sesko to be off the mark. We don't want a striker with it's been disallowed, but we don't want a striker on a long run without goals. To be fair, two of them were offside then. So we can't complain. It was offside. So Martinez, Cunha, Dorgu, Lissandro Martinez, finds Ugarte, finds Mbuemo, out on the wing, turns and faces a low cross. Bruno Fernandes, you're supposed to be crossing it in high, Mbuemo. We've got a 6'4" giant in there. Poor corner. Not been too impressed with these corners so far. We will give them 4 or 5 games, just because hopefully. Oh, what's happened here? Is he going to be sent off? Well, that's going to make the game a little bit easier, isn't it? So, standard practice. Apologies if I just coughed and deafened you. Standard practice is to go absolute hell for leather. Might actually regret it, but here we go on the counter. Bruno Fernandes. Mbuemo. Oh, he's gone for goal. Why didn't he look for Cunha? I think it was Cunha. It could have been Ugarte, actually. Casemiro wins the ball well. João Gomez. Well done, Cunha. He's done well there. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Cunha. I want them to be more direct in their running and passing forward. Sesko scored, but I think he's offside again. So that's twice now for Sesko. Yeah. He will get a goal. I promise you. He'll be top scorer at the end of the season. Haaland will be hanging onto his coattails. Guarantee it. So, Herias. Totti. He used to be a striker, didn't he? It's not that one, Steve. Not that one. There's a very cultured feel to the names of the players at Wolves. Bruno Fernandes couldn't quite get through. Dorgu. Back to Lamans. Mazraoui. Mbuemo. Poor pass from Mbuemo. Come on, guys. Maybe we just need to slow it down a little. Sesko, he's got clear. Oh, that was the chance. Neat little passing. Mazraoui out wide. Mbuemo in a good position, but he's played a silly ball out. Mbuemo's at the far post. And apparently there's a penalty. I wouldn't be 100% convinced that this will still stand. VAR may overturn it, but at the moment we have a penalty. Yes, and we're going to have a penalty. We all know how well penalties have gone in real life for United. So Bruno Fernandes, don't let me down. Good lad, 2-0. Little bit of breathing space, and hopefully now we'll be able to sit back and enjoy. So we'll just go positive from here, because we don't need to bury them, particularly, pushing too hard. We don't want to give them a way back into the game. So I think we just stick on the positive, ride out the game. If we can nick another couple of goals, that'll be fantastic. But I'm happy with 2-0. We're not playing the game out, that's for sure. But we're not going defensive. But we just don't need to go gung ho when we've already got a comfortable lead. I think they're getting the press a little bit better today. Maguire with a good head to Ugarte, who's got space. Now, I've just had a thought of one thing we can adjust. If we go to the instructions, play out from defence, because they're sitting back and they are man down, so they've got less attacking players on the pitch. And I'm going to say dribble less as well. just because if we dribble less, hopefully it will just run them into the ground. Oh, nice little trick. Oh, they've given it away. And Buemo. Mazraoui. We might have a chance for one more goal before half time. Harry Maguire. Thought he was going to go on a run then. We didn't want that. So that's the playing out of defence. And it's opened them right up. Absolute fantastic. I might have cocked up with the tactics in the first game, but I would say that the little tweak that I made a big difference in pulling apart this defensive formation that they seem to be setting up with. Dorgu picked up the ball, which had been played across the defence, and Cunha running in is able to slot home. Now, Sesko, learn from Cunha. That is how you do it. I'm very happy with that performance so far. Just want to see with the tactics. Is there anybody who needs a rest? I think we're all okay. So let's go back and start the second half. So about an hour in, we'll start looking at giving some of the fringe players a run out. This is one of those games where you can give the youngsters a bit of a go, because you shouldn't really be allowing a team with 10 men back from 3-0. I mean, you should be able to play your under 21s for the whole of the team and still win this game. So look at that. This is what the playing out of defence is all about. Just trying to pull them around a little bit. Cunha, he's nearly benefited twice from that little tweak that we made, which was identified obviously because of how defensive they were. They only had one striker. It was obvious that the way to go was to play it around at the back. Right, so we're an hour in. We haven't seen anything in the second half from Sesko, so he's coming off. We're going for Obi again at the risk of upsetting Xerxes. I don't want to upset him, but who else is? So Martinez is playing okay. Let's give Heaven a go. We haven't really seen much of Heaven yet, so let's give him a go. There you go, Dallo for Mazraoui, and them 3 subs will do for now. We'll keep a couple up a sleeve in case we get an injury or something. Certainly, I think Bruno will need a rest before the end. We don't want to overwork him. But I just want to highlight, if I can pause it, Chido Obi, and see if we can get him put through. There's one little tweak to the tactic which I need to make because Obi's there. Don't want to do it while there's a highlight though, because almost guarantee a goal against you when you do that. Casemiro finds Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Let's put the ball through brilliantly for Chido Obi. Thought he was going to get a goal, a young 16-year-old. Casemiro rises up for a head. Right, so let's just quickly do it. So we don't want floated crosses, we want low crosses, because there's no point crossing it in for a little kid like that. He's not going to win the headers against Premier League defenders, especially the amount of defenders. So I would say that now that the game's pretty much I've done it, haven't I? I've changed something when there's a highlight, and that is a guaranteed. And it's an own goal for Harry Maguire. Do you know I had a feeling today was going to be Harry Maguire's day? Oh, Harry, what have you done? What have you done? That was nothing to do with me. I promise you. So now that very attacking does look like a problem. Wow, how did he miss that? Bueno, you can put it down to a good save, I suppose. Maguire could have made up for his faux pas at the other end, but doesn't. You constantly want to look to improve a side on football manager games, and you can't really. Dorgu, oh, that would have been funny if he'd have scored from there. You can't really sort of hang on to players with affection because of what they're like in real life. You have to sort of disconnect yourself from the players that you like or dislike, and just take them at face value for the pixels that they are. And maybe sometimes we need to look at the midfield that we've got, maybe, and perhaps we can improve in the midfield. So we've got a few minutes left. We're making substitutions, but it's only to waste time. So Casemiro and Mount on for Cunha, just so that he doesn't get sent off. And that'll do nicely. Oh, we might have a corner. Oh, it was a free kick. Now it's a corner. So how we going there? So that's 3-1, 27 shots to 3. We were against 10 men for most of the game, really. So we can't, again, take masses out of it, other than it was a very positive performance. The only thing I would say is look at them possession stats. So I think that what we may have to do is it could be that we are regrouping when we lose the ball. And maybe that is the problem, is that we're allowing them possession. Then we'll just monitor it again. I mean, our next team, Brighton, are really struggling at the moment. They've conceded 5 and lost, -5. Could have been more than that. Group off on there just to see if that helps us to get the possession a little bit better in this game, because that's one thing that we've been a little bit disappointed with, is that we're not holding on to the ball. And it could be the pace that we're playing at, but I'm just going to tweak that one thing for now and just say, we'll try and be a little bit more proactive when we lose the ball and getting it back quicker. I'm not going to say go gung ho at them, but if we do end up doing that and going for counter press, then I may have to take counter attack off as well, because those two can be a bit of a poison chalice when selected together. That's what I like about this game, is you can make these little tweaks to your tactics all the time. And I wouldn't like to say I have one specific tactic saved. It's quite often just evolving constantly as we play the game. I'm hoping for an offside flag, but I don't think we're going to get one. I think he was okay. It's still saying replay goal at the moment. Oh, it was tight, It's not tight enough for it to show us a third time. So away from home looks to be a bit of an issue again. Maybe away from home we need to start a little bit slower instead of having it on attacking. We have a corner. We're half an hour in. There's not been many chances in this game, which is disconcerting when you're behind. Maguire should have won that header. Come on. I think Maguire's time in this team could be short-lived. I was hoping he was going to become the renaissance, the saviour of this defence, which has become notoriously bad, but at the moment it's not working out for him. Well, Dorgu just let that guy win that header, and that could have been very dangerous for us. Bueno sneaks a near post, and Maguire. Oh man, Harry Maguire, How many times am I going to say that name in this game? He's always the target, isn't he? Perhaps Sesko needs to be the target. So is it showing us the goal line technology? Oh, don't think I've ever seen that before. All the time I've been playing this game, I can't remember seeing goal line technology. I do tend to play in the lower leagues, so it's not very often you'll see me in the Premier League because I'm not a Premier manager. There's no way you'd class me as a Premier manager. But as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's why we play the game. So we want to show me something else in the second half. Let's look at the tactics. What can we do? So, counter press. We want that ball back. We'll try that for that. And bring that back to slightly higher. Go much shorter. And play for set pieces. See, as you can see, we've not got a massive amount of instructions selected, so it certainly isn't oh, you got too much going on there. So I'm going to take Casemiro off for Fred. He's been playing better than most, but he is also more tired than the rest. So, and we all know how good Fred is. So, with a name like Fred, you've got to be good. Fred was always the name that my mum would call me after she had mistakenly called me by my brother's name. And I don't know, maybe the guy down the road or whoever. But yeah, and then it was always Fred as the third option, never actually Steve. So definitely don't want to be passing out of defence with this high line that Brighton are playing. That is possibly something that we can look at changing now that that's played. Is go out of possession, no, in transition, take long kicks, over the defence and distribute quickly. Get them before they've settled with their high line. Let's get it as far forward as possible. Well, we are getting dominated here, and I don't really know how to stop it. Sesko heads it clear. Sesko heads it clear again. Oh, blatant dive. They're trying it on, trying to get that second goal. Oh, well done. That was Sesko. First good thing I've seen him do. Ugarte. Oh. Right. We need to get ourselves into this game somehow. Oh no, oh. Well done. Who was that? Can't get him. Martinez. Well, Sesko wins everything at the back, doesn't he? Shame he can't win it at the attacking side. There's a good ball in. Martinez. Slurking. Livramento. Oh, well done, Martinez. Ugarte. Tell you what, this is supposed to be an up-to-date database, but there's players playing for teams that they left ages ago. Bruno Fernandes. Ooh. Mbuemo. Harry Maguire was lurking again. Sesko can't go up with the keeper. So, I know this is a bad idea, but going on. He can play the ball player, so we'll chuck him forward as well. Move Fred forward a little bit. Things are getting a little bit desperate now, aren't they? So, Amad Diallo for Buemo. Bruno Fernandes is having a bad game, so we'll bring Mason Mount on. And that could be it for the subs. This is it now. We've got to do something. It's all or nothing. The next thing is we're going very attacking if we survive this. If we don't, it's not worth it. So, oh. Tell you what, they have battered us. 2-0 is not even a fair reflection of the score. It should have been at least 4 or 5. Might as well close out the game. Sorry again for coughing. But Mazraoui, Mount, Fred, Sesko, let's go. So close. So we need to get Sesko as the number 1 header. I think that's... Why was that offside? How was that offside? Impossible. Not having that one. So it's another bad day away from home. And a very average start. 3 games. A win, a draw, a loss. Or was it? Yeah, a win, a draw, and a loss. Not in that order. Mason Mount. Find Sesko, no goal. Dorgu. Good ball in. Ahmad, who's picked up an injury. That's not good news. Well, all round, pretty depressing performance. So we need to reconsider something in that, or in that tactic, don't we? And the question is, what? What can we? Definitely want a better performance tonight. Well, that is the kind of start you want. 17 seconds in, Mason Mount, absolute fantastic. At least that's one thing you can say about my team. We can beat them in out. Which is already one better than Ruben Amorim. So all I needed was 17 seconds. Although, to be fair, anything can happen. This is Football Manager. We could get FM 2 penalties in the last 5 minutes or something. Yoro hits the bar. He had some good hang time when he was heading that then. That's one thing I would say. Williams. Diogo Dallo. 4. I'm not sure what his jumping reach was, I can't remember, but... Oh, what a finish that is from Amad Diallo. And here we are, 25 minutes in, sitting pretty. There's going to be no stress in this match, that's for sure. That was a fantastic finish. Of course, I need to remember that friendly that we had in the previous episode against a very weak Philadelphia team, was it? No, PA. Okay, that's who it was. And we were comfortably beating them 2-0 at half time and made a few changes. Oh no. think we've just lost Mason Mount for a while. So, Ted and Mengi, Martinez, Fred, Ugarte, Diogo Dallo wins a corner. But yeah, so for me, we've got Xerxes there, who, if it was Sesko, he should be sort of like here, really. So, I mean, obviously it's not Sesko, so it doesn't matter, but we didn't even get to see the corner, so it obviously wasn't that impressive. Mbuemo, Xerxes, Ahmad. Ahmad's still going and been taken down. That's a penalty. Hopefully he's not injured. And Buemo, that's his first goal, is it? Oh no, second goal of the season, so it's not his first goal. Only his first goal can be his first goal, so that one must be his second. Ugarte has done well winning them headers. He's no longer as a half-back, a bit more of a ball-winning midfielder. That seems to have woken him up a little bit. Oh, and that's it. And I think it hit Xerxes. No, it's Adam Jackson. It's an own goal. I think he's the guy who conceded the penalty as well. So if it is, he's having a bit of a rough time of it in this game. Yep, he knew nothing about that at all. Practically hit him in the face and into the goal. We'll take that. And Buemo, the fake short corner. Ahmad. Fred. Ahmad. Ball across the ground, and Buemo gets his third goal of the season. And we're not even half time, and it is 5-0. So I think we can be fairly comfortable and happy with what we've seen today. Maybe the focusing on the floated crosses was probably a mistake because it wasn't providing us with the opportunities. Certainly not like we've had today. Yes, it's a weaker team, but we've put out very much a B team, really. The only reason Mbuemo was on the pitch. So we'll start the second half. No need for changes yet. We will be seeing some of the young players come on, but I think we'll give these guys another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll start looking at what changes we can make. We've got to remember we've already made one for injury. Mason Mount, a little bit of a concern. Good passing here from Lincoln City. Jeffries, nobody's closing him down. Good save by Henderson, but that was pretty poor defending. So Dallo to Ahmad. Mbuemo. Oh, what a goal that was. Ethan Williams gets his first professional goal, I'd imagine. I mean, look at that. Great play. Lovely left-footed placement into the corner. Well done, young man. I love it when the youngsters get a goal in Football Manager. It's almost like, I raised them. I brought them into that. I know we're early on in the thing, but I've given a couple of youngsters a go, and that's the first time that we've seen a reward for giving that opportunity. So well done, Mr. Williams. I actually thought that might have been a penalty, but like there was a bit of a pullback or something. Ugarte heads it away. Yarrow. Poor pass from Yarrow, and he's really giving them an opportunity here. Ring. I don't know why I did that. Why I said that. But ring. Xerxes. I think we're going to make some changes. 6-0. While the ball's so far away, I was about to say, you can't make these changes while it's going. Cannot get this game to cooperate with me at the moment. Right, here we go. So, let's have a look. Ugarte's got to come off because he's shattered. Then we've got to have Chido Obi on the pitch. Shea Lacey is going to come on for Diallo. And let's go with Patrick Dorgu. Oh, what have I just done? Hello? Edit. I don't quite know what I just did then. I had a bad feeling that I'd put Dorgu in goal. I think it's only subs. I don't think I can use anymore. So we'll go with that, what we've made. Martinez, I know he's going to be tired, but he's going to have to play the whole of the game. Hope I don't get an injury now. So Mengi had a good game. He's played a full game, and I think he can be fairly happy with his performance. Fred, Mbuemo, Lacey out on the wing, Casemiro. I think Lacey may even actually be better coming in, and then Mbuemo going out on the wing, but we'll leave it for now. Give it another 10 minutes and see what we think. But that was good play, and they deserve that goal. I'm not going to cry too much. It would have been nice to have a clean sheet, but I think that Lincoln have played fairly well, considering the battering that they've taken. It's very easy to lie down, and I think we're going to have to start defending a little bit here because they're beginning to look like the better team. In fact, let's shout focus. They love that shout. It always makes them happy. Like Fred. Really angry because I told him to focus. And it's frustrating when you've built a lovely big lead and all of a sudden you're looking like you can play in League Two. Diogo Dallo, Yaro, Casemiro, Mengi. Playing it around at the back. No risk. About 10 minutes left with a bit of injury time. Mengi, Diogo Dallo, Yaro. Are they going to advance forward at any point, or is it just going to stay at the back? Fred. Martinez. Williams. Mbuemo. Mbuemo with the ball into the box, and there it is. That is a moment that I have been waiting for. Chido Obi with his first goal. 16 years old. He's had a couple of chances at the start of the season, and finally he's taken one. To be fair, he took it better than I've seen from Sesko so far. And that is 7-1. Up for the cup. Ring, about to swing the ball in. Ring with another cross. His name's Eric as well. Should be Ericsson. Sony Ericsson ring. Good header out from Casemiro, but look at him, he just watched his handiwork there. I mean, go very attacking. Not because we want another goal, it usually means the end of the highlights. Henderson hoofs the ball downfield. I think this will be it. I thought Martinez had put them through them, but we're okay. We're okay. So, there we are. We've blown them away. We can be very happy with that. I think we'll, for now, I think we'll leave it there and say that we've successfully strolled into the second round of the Carabao Cup. Mason Mount's got a bit of an injury, so we've lost him for a couple of weeks. We need to delegate that. Responsibilities. Buemo in top. Oh, let's praise him because he was absolutely outstanding. Let's go with that. He was just all round brilliant when he had to come on. And I mean, Mason Mount scored in 17 seconds and then managed to get an injury. So we've lost him for a little while. We've got a transfer. What's this? Offer made. They want to borrow Evan. Evan? You're not having him. He's mine. I mean, class of 92 think that they can have my player. Not a chance. So, if we look at that is now August. Fixtures all done. Mixed bag, it's got to be said. With that draw in the friendly, followed by Brentford 2-2. Nice win at Wolves, although they did get a player sent off early, but I think we looked like the best team before that happened. Brighton, we were shocking, absolutely shocking. Nothing you can say about that. And then Lincoln City 7-1. The B team's looking good. If nothing else, they might be the ones who get to play next. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it there. Should show you the Premier League. At the moment, it's not looking great, but it's early days. Just 3 games played, but we're mid-table. We've got to be aiming to be up here as soon as possible because the thing with Football Manager games is if you're not hitting your target very quickly, the pressure is on. So we're going to have to be looking at getting ourselves into the top 4 places sooner rather than later. We're not too far off, If all these teams lost and we kept winning, we'd soon find ourselves climbing into those spaces. And there's plenty of teams that should be below us: Sunderland, Leeds, Brentford, in my opinion, Everton, Crystal Palace. Yeah, all of them we should be ahead of. And then really it should be us fighting with the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City, and Tottenham. So I would say that's a pretty fair reflection of where we need to be. We have those 4 games, like I say, coming up in September, plus the Carabao Cup third round. Nottingham Forest, for me, we should win. Sunderland, we should win. Tottenham and Chelsea are the tough games in that one. So I reckon if we could get 6 points from the first 2 games and 3 points from the second 2 games, I think that would be a reasonable achievement. If we can get more than 9 points in those 4 games, that's a really successful September. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.